Alright, WobalosRex here, and today's video is a what's going on for 10.2 Guardians of the Dream. I'm essentially be going through all the posts. They announced the date. I was right, it being November 7th, right after BlizzCon. I was gonna do like an intro where I had the video where I say I think it's gonna be November 7th, which is from like a month ago, but I've been harping on that. A lot of people was thinking the 7th too. Some people changed to the 7th recently, so good. I was right again. Good for me, but let's get into it. So, Guardians of the Dream goes live the week of November 7th, which means Season 3 starts November 14th. There's the 1 week little thing. It'll give you time to check out the new zone and all the new stuff, and you're going to be farming the new rep. Because there is the rune if you care about that, but also some other little goodies. And normal flying, you're going to want to get the renown if you want that. But let's go over it. I have a bunch of pages open, as you can see. We're going to go over some of that. But let's go ahead and read through this. So each week we look ahead on what's in store for World of Warcraft, share the latest news. Guardian of the Dream goes live week of November 7th. And then they got this cool art. There is a link to get this wallpaper, I believe. They shared it on Twitter. I will have all these posts actually in the description. So we got the new zone, new faction and rewards, dragon riding updates, character customization, the new event, then on the 14th the raid, new tier sets, and the new PvP brawl. So Guardians of the Dream content update becomes available the week of November 7th, bring with a variety of updates to Dragonflight, including new outdoor zone, new raid, 14th for that. New public events, yep, Dragonflight Season 3, that's the 14th. More dragon riding, new world boss, which the world boss will also probably not activate until the 14th. Alright, this won't activate until the 14th, most likely. Amir Drashul Dream's Hope opens the week of November 14th. Farak has arrived in the Emerald Dream, intent on exacting his evil plans with the help of the Zakali Jarden and the resurgent Druids of the Flame. If he claims the World Tree Amir Drashul, it will deliver a time of fire and chaos to Azeroth. The raid includes 9 boss encounters, including a dragon riding encounter, leading to the ultimate showdown with Farak at the top of Amir Drashul, the Dream's Hope. Prepare to mount up, take to the skies with your allies, and come face to face with Farak. Find out more in our latest raid overview and schedule article that's here. Alright, and then read the Guardians of the Dream PTR development notes, which is here. We're not going to go through all those. There's a billion developer notes. Alright, but we got news here, and I want to talk about this thing. So, the day this video comes out, there's going to be a new promotion. And hold up, because I've been guessing the patch dates right. This new promotion is going to be the Twitch drop for watching people stream 10.2. I know, it's a wild guess. No one could have predicted that, but it's probably going to be a Twitch drop. I'm hoping for another TCG mount. Some people cry about those being available. I'm excited about those being available because I don't want to spend spending $3,000 for a mount don't make you special. It just means you had money. Congrats. Alright. And tomorrow, not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, the 18th, Hollow's End begins in live and on the PTR, but we'll talk more about that in the news, actually. But, yeah. Just be ready for that. Alright, let's move on to Amir Drashul, the Dream's Hope. So, we got some good news here. Alright. Gather your allies and join the Dream Warders as they stand against the machinations of Farak and his allies, the Druid of the Flame, for fame, for glory, for the for the World Tree, and for the rewards. You'll face 9 new bosses and engage in the dragon riding encounter, leading to the ultimate showdown at the top of Amir Drashul. Alright. Here's the cool part. So difficulty is Raid Finder, Normal, Heroic, Mythic. Level 70. Minimum Raid Finder item levels 424. So if you've been getting your champion gear up, you're already ready to go in. The new gear is going to help you hit this super quick. The new gear coming in the Emerald Dream. So if you're trying to gear up tunes right now, I would mainly focus on the Season 2 transmog stuff. Otherwise, gearing in this patch is... You're going to get better gear as soon as this patch hits because they're upgrading all the gear across the board. So if you care about item level, you may want to wait. But if you're still trying to get transmog, I have videos talking about that. But let's look at this raid unlock schedule. So LFR is coming out quicker. So the first wing of LFR will be available the first week. So we get wing on the 14th. We get wing 1 for LFR, all of normal, all of heroic, and all of mythic. So that's the race to world first right there. 1 week later, we get the Molten Incursion, which is 2 bosses. So we get the 3 bosses, we get the 2 bosses. So now we'd be at 5, so you can get 2 vaults opened up there. So week 1 you can get 1 vault. Week 2 you can get 2 vaults, so that's good. Then 1 week later, Raid Finder week 3, and that gives you 2 more bosses, so that bumps you up to 7. So that's 3 vaults. And here's where it gets annoying. Then they have you wait 2 weeks, and then you get Farok. Now, this makes me wonder if they have... Here's the thing. This is great. Alright, this is a big upgrade. We're not waiting a stupid 2 weeks per raid wing. Some people say all of it should come out at once. I'm not going to say you can't have that. It's up to Blizzard. I'm just going to say the reason they delay it by a week is to simulate progressing. Like... Ah, man, my guild only got 3 bosses this week. Next week, we're going to get more. That's what it's trying to simulate that in the Raid Finder setting. That's why they do that. Whether or not I agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. To me, that's why they do it. If they want to release it all at once, I'm not going to say no. This extra 2-week jump feels weird to me. But then now it makes me wonder, are there hidden quest lines? And they have one activating on the 12th that goes in line with this. Otherwise, this 2-week delay between 3 and 4 seems weird. But on December 12th, you get the last 2 bosses. The Dragon Riding boss and Farok. It's weird how they space this, right? So they do the space... like Naruto's this little dash Igara, but for here Tindral Sagewind, it should be Tindral Sagewind, comma Seer of the Flame, then the little dash, then Farok the Blazing. I just find that funny. And then it shows some of the raid bosses. If you didn't want to see, you can look away. But here we go. We got Naruto, Igira, she's back. Valkrenros, Council of Dreams, Laradar, Nimue, Smolderon, there's Tindral in his normal form, and then Farok the Blazing. Alright, so you can see all that, so that looks cool. There's new achievements, all difficulties. You got these, normal difficulty or higher, that's the raid meta. Completing the raid meta gets you the Shadow Dusk Dream Saber, that's one of the cats. It does have an ahead of the curve, which gets you the embodiment of Shadow Flame customization. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then there is the Cutting Edge, and the mythic title is the Blazing. Alright, and then here's the new rewards. So you got the tier sets here. Death Knight, Monk, Druid, Hunter. Evoker, Paladin, Warrior. Already kind of looked at these once in the past, but we're taking another look. Rogue, Mage, Priest. Warlock, Shaman, and Demon Hunter. So this is the mythic for Demon Hunter, I know. They may be showing the mythic versions. That may be the versions they're showing. And then there's how the loot rolls. So the tier bosses are Agira, Laradar, Nimue, Smolderon, and then Tindril. Here, let's look back up. So there'll be 2 tier pieces in week 1, a third in week 2. The catalyst is active, so for LFR, you won't be able to get 4 piece until week 2. Because you'll get 1 convert here with these, so you can get 3 the first week, and then in Raid Finder 2, you can get your 4 piece. Alright, because you will be able to catalyst 1 catalyst charge per week at the start, or it's per 2 weeks. So you get 1 at the start, and then in 2 weeks, so that would be the week, so you get 1 on the 14th, and then your next one would be on the 28th. Alright, so that's how the catalyst is going to work. So that's not too bad. 2 piece in the first week, that's good. Because it'd be Agira and Smolderon. Alright, and now let's move over. Oh! Where did my 1 page go? Already did that. So here's the PTR notes. Look at the size of this. It's 10 pages. Alright, I'm not going through all these class changes. Alright, I still gotta test Demon Hunter myself. But I'm not going through all these class changes. But I'm gonna link this. And keep an eye out on your favorite class content creators. They're probably ranking these, doing all, the class stuff, blah, 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 blah. But that ain't me. But there are a lot of class changes. The biggest things, I think, are the Demon Hunter rework and the Rogue rework. Now, this last thing I'm going to look at is Wowhead, known for the Diablo content. They do have WoW content. And this 10.2 Guardians of the Dream overview was like the best source to get all the info for the patch for me. So I gotta call it how I see it. This was great. So I'm gonna go over a lot of this stuff here real quick. So new zone, Emerald Dream. They got some good screenshots there. There's the zone. It's off the west coast. You click on your map in the PTR. I can show you kind of here. If you look over on the side. Oh, that's the calendar. Here we'll go out. Okay, so you can barely see here. So I can click over. See, I can click over the Emerald Dream, and then that brings up the zone. That's about where it is, but it isn't technically here, but it is right here, and that's the map. So, just so y'all know. All right, so let's get back to that. There's the aesthetic. There's some art. That's good art. Got some. Be ready for some great tames. Petopia is a good place for hunters if you want to look at the good hunter changes. Not hunter changes, but hunter pet tames for the new patch. There's some good models in there. Here's some dream weapon models. Here's the outdoor questing gear. This stuff looks amazing. Alright, look at that. Freaking amazing. There's a lot more colors too if you're like, oh, that color looks bad. All these sets have the different colors that you're seeing here. So, for example, the cloth has a color that is that color. So if you're like, oh, I like this color, but this one sucks. Well, this is in that color, or that is in that color. Alright? And those sets look great. Here's some of the new mounts. Alright, I've already looked at some of the new mounts and kind of where they come from. They're freaking sweet. Then here's some new transmog. There's this wolf cow, which orcs are excited for. It is orc and Mag'har orc only. I don't get why they locked it off, but you know what? Good for orcs. We have some race locked off stuff already. Racist armor. It is what it is. You know. It's probably because of a design. I feel like it may glitch on other models, and they don't have a way to like put it on a torrent or something like that. Then you got Claws of Logosh. You got the Forest Lord's Antlers. This looks cool. So these are for anyone, and these are just a few of the new transmogs. Here's a look at Amirdrasil. It's looking sweet. From what I've seen, it looks sweet. There's going to be this Incandescent Essence Helm enchant. It's a quest from the raid, so it is good that LFR does start right off the bat, so you can start working for this. It does have a weekly progress cap, and it will take a few weeks. So, we'll have to look into that. I'll be looking into that when the raid comes out on the 14th. Here's some trinkets, or weapons from the raid. You got some trinkets here. They got some of the fancy effects, so... You know, check your class bis, and you'll probably be like, oh, I gotta farm that trinket, oh, I gotta farm that weapon. So, good luck on your drops when this comes out. Here's some more of the looks. They're looking good. I like a lot of the new mog that's coming from here. So, this is the Drake mount. This one is the one you can get dropped from him on any difficulty. So, that's his normal model. And then the Head of the Curve version is this one. Alright, so this one I will get, because I will get Ahead of the Curve. Meanwhile, this one will never drop for me like the Razageth and the Hellforged. Awesome. And this is random for everyone. Not like Mythic Guarantee. No, this is random. This is Ahead of the Curve, guaranteed. And then this one is the Mythic Raid drop mount. And... here's one of the reasons why people think it's going to be the final raid, because there's a mythic raid bot. Jaina had one. Sylvanas had one. And this is a dragon riding mount. The first dragon riding mount that isn't a dragon, and it looks amazing. And this may unlock this as a druid form for your druid. Wow. Alright, that's cool. Definitely going to be running this raid on Mythic in 2 expansions. That's going to be great. Not in it wouldn't be in the next one. It'd be in 12.0, where we go to the moon, to Elune. Alright, so now here's the tier. As you can look at tier set bonuses there. So DK, there's another look that we looked at. This one is one of my favorite Demon Hunter ones. You got Druid. You got here, so Druid is Druid of the Flame theme. Evoker is Norse Dormu themed. And look at how much of it shows on an Evoker in dragon form. Beautiful. You got Hunter, normal. Hunter looking good. There's the Mage. There's the Monk. Got some more Paladin looks. Priest. Rogue. Looking creepy. You got Shaman with the cool wolf shoulders. Warlock in Warrior with this fix. Look, the gloves are fixed. There's the Legendary. This is going to be available for the Strength 2-hand wielders. So Paladins, Death Knight Warriors. Details regarding the acquisition have not been released. We still don't know. But I think you gotta kill Farak. I think. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to kill Farak. Hopefully the drop rate is better than the Evoker one. Good luck to people trying for it. I'm probably gonna be Ogvoker for the raid, so I still have to get the one. Dream Wardens, new faction. It's the new rep. There's a lot of goodies from them. Think about, it's gonna be like the Niffin. They have a weekly where you get 1500 rep. And that gives you a little bit more rep. There's the events. I think this is going to be a lot more grindable than the Niffin. But I will actually have a full guide on that like I did for the Niffin. So, look out for that. New World Boss. Again, I think this one isn't going to be up until the 14th. It's a bear dude. It'll pop up on your map where it is. The new public events, you got the Super Bloom, the Emerald Frenzy, and the Emerald Bounty. This is going to help you get a lot of the goodie items and whatnot. You know, Transmog, Rep probably. you know. Now for M+, which starts on the 14th, you got the Dawn of the Infinite, the bottom and the top. Then you got Darkheart Thicket, Blackrock Holds from Legion. You got Waycrest Manor and Atal Dazar from Battle for Azeroth, which I'm excited. I'm excited for these two. I'm excited. Are we going to see the Quantum Mount be dropping in Dawn of the Infinite M+? Like, are we going to see the Quantum stuff in these two? Because that would be great. That would be great running those. I would love those keys for that alone. Oh, this key sucks. It drops Transmog at the end. Let's go. You know, Everbloom from Warlords of Draenor and Throne of Tides from Cataclysm. You know, the two throwbacks. We'll see how that goes. And then here's the mount, the KSM mount. Oh, there he is. Yeah, look at him. He a big boy. He a big boy. Look at that. Alright, I've already looked at him before. I think he's alright. Also, for PvP, it's a new season. There's no new Battlegrounds or nothing. Alright. But it's a new season of rewards. And one of the cool things is the new brawl called Battleground Blitz, which is solo queue Battlegrounds, except you can duo if one of you is a healer. So I'll heal, and I'll help y'all with queues. Or probably cheese. Each team will be made up of 2 healers, 5 to 6 damage dealers, and 0 to 1 tanks. Opposing teams will always have the same number of tanks. If there are no tanks in a match, capture the flag maps. Warsong Gulch and Twin Peaks will not be selected. If teams include tanks, any map may be selected. So that's going to be interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. At least it's one game. It's not like, alright, we're going to mix match the teams, and now y'all play each other again. Alright? It's just solo queue RBGs. I'm excited for where this can go, honestly. Here's the new PvP mounts. It's a Moon Beast. And then the new Gladiator mount. And it says, here it says, many claim to have seen this Drake in their dreams once before. I will see it in my dreams, because I will never have it. But, good for them. Here's the new quest. So, spoilers, I am talking about 10.2. But they got the new quest here. I played through some of this. Not all of it has been testable, so there will still be some stuff going on. And they have hidden a lot in other patches, but they've given us a ton of this one. So that's why I'm wondering about hidden quests. And there are hints for some cool stuff, especially with the key art. So for dragon riding, we do get a new mount. The Flourishing... what is it called? It's like Flourishing Whimsy Drake. Alright. So that's the fairy dragon. And the cool thing about the... oh, there it is. So the cool thing about this is, one, it's a fairy dragon, and we're getting new dragon riding skills. But also, you'll be able to get the Netherring Drake in a quest. So say you missed this for that the trading post for the adventure log, you'll be able to get it when you do this quest, and we'll be able to get customizations for it finally. Will it include armor? I don't know. I'm going to have a video out on the Drake customization specifically, so expect that in the coming days. And these new dragon riding abilities, so Second Wind allows you to essentially generate vigor. And you can get 3 stacks of this, so you can immediately get 3 vigor. You can't use this in a race, sadly. Then Wind's Respite, that's the aerial halt. The aerial halt gives you a gravity stall for a little bit. And then Swift Skimming is actually super good because it allows you to ground skim and Thrill of the Sky, which will nerf some races for sure if you're struggling with races. Then there's some new profession stuff. We got a new healing potion. We got a new blacksmithing helm. Got a new enchanting weapon enchant. Got a new charm. So that's a new embellishment. You got a couple new embellishments, so we'll see how that is. You'll have a new spark, and the new spark will actually cost you 250 flight stones. Speaking of flight stones, there is a way to get 50 rep by converting 250 flight stones, which is a lot. I wouldn't do that, but if you need to dump flight stones, at least it's something. Here's a lot of the class changes. Like I said, I'll link this. There's a lot of opinion pieces here, and a lot of this is first impressions, so if you actually want to test the stuff yourself, you can test it on the PTR yourself. You got new Moonkin forms, and there's other new Druid forms too. I'm not sure how much is completely in the game, but here's just a look at a few, and they look good. They look good. Do I think this means they're gonna push Druid to all races? I hope not. I think we still want unique Druid forms for all the races. There are some new Blood Elf customizations. So far it's just hair colors, which is alright, it's something. And then here's some data mine stuff, but we don't know what that's about. Here's some data mine transmog. Again, we don't know where these are coming from yet, so I'm not going to comment. It could be trading post stuff, but we'll have to see. Here's some quality of life here. You got the hero upgrade track has increased from 5 to 6 ranks. Myth track has increased from 3 to 4 ranks. So it's just thicker. Both of these tracks are thicker because of the item level jumps. PvP gear can be upgraded with flight stones and crests. Crests are now a currency. There's no more fragments. Essentially, so you know how things used to cost 1 Drake's crest and it took 15 fragments to make 1 Drake's crest? Well, now it costs 15 Drake's crests, and you get, for anything that you'd get fragments from, it's now that total in crest. So when you fly through a green orb, you get 2 whelp crest fragments. When you fly through a green orb, you get 2 whelp crests in Season 3. Alright, the weekly upgrade cap has been reduced from 10 to 6 upgrades with crests, cap at 90 per week. This is the slowdown at the top level. Most people won't hit this cap. I mean, maybe if you're grinding out really hard in the first week and you're like doing whelps and drakes and stuff, then you'll hit your cap really, and it may hurt you a little bit. But overall, some people were asking for that, so we'll see how that plays out. All PvP activities reward flight stones now. That's good. Did that not happen before? That's wild. And rated PvP activities reward crests. And then there's talent tree, refund and reassign talent points without breaking the tree. Oh my god, that's so great. And then the final thing, which is super good, Ember Court now available daily. So it now resets daily. So you can throw a party one day. Day passes, next day throw another party, more parties. It's great. It cuts down the farming for that and the achievements related by a ton. But yeah, so I'll have all these linked in the description. I'm excited for 10.2. It comes out November 7th, and then Season 3 starts the 14th. I'm going to be having a good time. Hopefully y'all have a good time. If you're not excited for this, then skip it. Wait till BlizzCon. Maybe 11.0, maybe 10.3 will catch your interest. But that's it for me, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.